So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Stroud looking to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Play certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And Stroud now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And it is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Just a desperation heave there. And it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And to before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Here's Ward.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ward.
And it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Texans take over first and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown! Takedown from 10 yards out. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try. The option to run or pass, they pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Ward.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Texans first down.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Stroud. That is caught by Dell.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
19 yards. And the Texans first down.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And it's going to be caught. How about that one? They fake the spike, and it winds up a touchdown.
The Texans will line up.
They'll let Mixon try to... is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit, another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Ward. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Oh, he fakes the spike.
And that is going to wind up. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Dell with it.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here goes Stroud again.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Stroud.
And this one is incomplete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Going to be knocked away and incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing now, Ward. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking. without even looking in your direction that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Touchdown, Houston. 47 yards for Joe Mixon. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for two here. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls in. Complete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. To throw, here's Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard. At the 24-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The offense on third down tonight, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Ward. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. Chubb will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Is no good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Working to put a drive together.
At their own 24-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun here, Ward. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Moore. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not good? Their way in this first half. After that pick 6, oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But
oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And
the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Inside handoff to Nick. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First down.
Stroud to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again is Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Second and goal.
And Stroud now to throw. And got his man. It's touchdown, Houston. Takedown. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And route is on here in this first half.
41. Titans nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn.
So, for the touchdown here. Fairbairn now to kick it away. Us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
That's a pickup of 44 yards. That's good for a Titans.
To throw is one. A final shot before break. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyler Lockett as time expires in the first half. And the Titans get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. So you get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth. Side Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. He completes it to Ridley.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Titans first down.
70,
Here's Ward.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And play. Stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
On the stop. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. He's caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Texans continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run back.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And trouble trying the middle here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Mixon is into the zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Julius Chestnut now on the return. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. Be backed up to start this drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, and he's not. Gonna make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And that was a little tough to watch. You kept thinking he might be able to get away, then you watched him just keep going further and further backward.
Just fall down. Just fall down at some point. Instead of getting driven back into your own end zone, that play's definitely not salvageable. You end up costing your team points.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go. Tonight, 18. What's up?
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the Titans' 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 15-yard line. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Texans first down.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Makes the score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On the return is Chim Dike.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset buttons.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Ward.
Oh, my goodness. Here's a 5th interception. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Nixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Once again, they run with Nixon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Chimere Dike now to return it.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They'll start with the option.
And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now. He's got it to Collins.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing